Jaguar. The name itself evokes a potent blend of elegance, raw power, and an almost aristocratic defiance. For decades, it has stood as a symbol of British automotive aspiration, crafting vehicles that promise both exhilarating speed and unparalleled sophistication. Yet beneath this lustrous surface lies a remarkably turbulent history, a complex saga of engineering triumphs often overshadowed by challenging market realities and formidable financial pressures. From its humble origins as the Swallow Sidecar Company in the 1920s, through its golden age of racing glory, and into its modern, bold embrace of electrification, Jaguar's journey has been anything but smooth. It's a brand that has consistently pushed boundaries, often teetering on the brink, only to emerge, time and again, with renewed vigor. The fundamental question that begs exploration is this: how has an automotive icon, celebrated for its clear design vision and performance heritage, managed to endure through so many profound existential challenges, shaping its identity against a backdrop of continuous uncertainty? The answer begins not with Jaguars, but with SS Cars Limited, the brainchild of Sir William Lyons. In the early 1930s, Lyons, a man of formidable vision and meticulous attention to aesthetics, steered his company from its origins crafting elegant sidecars and bespoke coachwork for other manufacturers' chassis. His ambition, however, far exceeded mere bodybuilding. Lyons envisioned creating complete automobiles that combined sophisticated styling with accessible performance, an audacious goal for a relatively small independent outfit. The SS1 and SS2 models, launched in the early 30s, exemplified this philosophy, offering stunning lines and perceived luxury at a competitive price point, often utilizing standard motor company engines and chassis components. This approach allowed SS cars to establish a foothold in the competitive British market, leveraging design as its primary differentiator. The Second World War brought an abrupt halt to civilian vehicle production, forcing the company to shift its focus to wartime manufacturing. As the conflict drew to a close, a critical decision loomed. The initials SS, which had served as the company's identifier for years, had become inextricably linked with a very different, far more sinister organization in wartime Germany. To move forward, to truly embrace a future of prestige and innovation, a rebranding was not just advisable, it was imperative for the company's very survival and reputation. Thus, in 1945, a strategic and symbolic transformation occurred. SS Cars Limited formally became Jaguar Cars Limited. This change wasn't merely cosmetic, it was a powerful declaration of intent, signaling a departure from a troubled past and a bold leap towards an identity synonymous with grace, power, and a distinctly British automotive future. This new identity, forged in the crucible of post-war aspiration, demanded an engine that could truly embody Jaguar's declared future of grace and power. While the world slowly rebuilt, a small team of dedicated engineers, led by William Haynes, Walter Hassan, and Claude Bailey, embarked on a clandestine project that would define the company for decades: the XK engine. Conceived during the war, initially as an experimental power unit for a new saloon, this inline-six was a radical departure from the conventional wisdom of its era. Its most striking feature, and indeed its genius, was the dual overhead camshaft, or DOHC, cylinder head. This sophisticated arrangement allowed for far more precise valve control at higher engine speeds, enabling superior breathing and significantly greater power output compared to the ubiquitous pushrod designs of the time. Unveiled to the public in 1948 within the stunning XK120 Roadster, the engine immediately signaled Jaguar's intent. Its 3.4-liter displacement, initially producing 160 horsepower, propelled the XK1202, speeds exceeding 120 miles per hour, making it the fastest production car in the world. But the XK engine's true mettle was forged on the unforgiving circuits of international motorsport. Its inherent robustness and tuning potential made it a natural choice for competition. The legendary C-Type, a lightweight, aerodynamically optimized racing machine, became the first to carry the XK engine to victory at the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1951, a feat it repeated in 1953. This success was amplified by the subsequent D-Type, an even more advanced racing car featuring pioneering monocoque construction and further aerodynamic refinement, which secured an unprecedented hat trick of Le Mans victories from 1955 to 1957. These triumphs weren't just about winning races, they were a profound demonstration of British engineering prowess and the XK engine's unparalleled blend of performance, reliability, and innovation, firmly establishing Jaguar's formidable reputation on the global stage. The triumphs of the XK engine, both on track and in showrooms, had cultivated an aura of engineering excellence around Jaguar. This formidable legacy set the stage for a vehicle that would transcend mere transportation and become an automotive legend, the E-Type. Unveiled to a stunned public at the Geneva Motor Show in 1961, its arrival was nothing short of a seismic event. Here was a machine of breathtaking beauty, sculpted with sensuous, aerodynamic lines that seemed to defy gravity, offering performance previously reserved for exotic Marques, costing twice as much. Its 3.8-liter XK straight-six engine, refined for road use, propelled the initial Series 1 to speeds of 150 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest production cars in the world. Beyond its speed and aesthetics, the E-Type showcased advanced engineering, featuring independent rear suspension, a rarity at the time, and disc brakes on all four wheels, contributing to its superb handling and braking capabilities. It was a masterpiece, a symbol of British post-war optimism and ingenuity, and it quickly became the definitive sports car of the decade. Yet as the 1960s drew to a close, the landscape of the British automotive industry was undergoing a turbulent transformation. Economic pressures and a drive for consolidation, often government-mandated, led to the creation of British Leyland in 1968. This sprawling conglomerate, a forced marriage of numerous, often competing, Marques like Austin, Morris, Rover, Triumph, and now Jaguar, was intended to create a global powerhouse. In practice, it became a crucible of corporate dysfunction. Jaguar, once an independent entity driven by its founder, Sir William Lyons's singular vision, found itself subsumed into a vast, bureaucratic machine. Engineering teams, accustomed to meticulous development cycles and generous budgets for innovation, now faced the harsh realities of shared platforms, rationalized components, and a pervasive culture of cost-cutting. The consequences were swift and profound. Meticulous attention to detail and uncompromising quality that had defined Jaguar began to erode. Design integrity suffered as parts from less prestigious brands found their way into Jaguars. The unique identity of each marque was blurred in the pursuit of economies of scale, leading to a noticeable decline in build quality and reliability across the product range. What had once been a hallmark of British engineering prowess became, for many, a symbol of industrial strife and compromise. The E-Type itself, though initially shielded by its iconic status, eventually succumbed to these internal pressures, seeing its quality diminish in later iterations. The very foundation of Jaguar's reputation, so carefully constructed over decades, was now under severe threat, not from external competition, but from within its own corporate structure. Emerging from the tumultuous embrace of British Leyland, Jaguar in the 1980s embarked on a formidable journey to reclaim its distinct identity and rebuild its tarnished premium image. The privatization in 1984 was a pivotal moment, granting the marque the autonomy it desperately needed. The subsequent launch of the XJ40 in 1986 represented this renewed ambition, an executive saloon meticulously engineered to replace the long-serving Series 3 and usher in an era of enhanced quality and modern design. It was a statement, a testament to Jaguar's enduring spirit, but the financial demands of independent development in an increasingly globalized industry were immense. This financial reality paved the way for a transformative acquisition. In 1989, Ford Motor Company, seeking to establish a formidable luxury arm to rival European prestige brands, purchased Jaguar for a substantial sum. The rationale was an infusion of capital and the leveraging of Ford's vast engineering and production resources to elevate Jaguar's standing. However, integrating a low-volume, handcrafted luxury marque with a unique engineering culture into a mass-market conglomerate proved to be a complex strategic challenge. The inherent tension between Jaguar's bespoke traditions and Ford's emphasis on commonality and cost efficiency often created friction. Ford's long-term vision for Jaguar involved broadening its market appeal beyond traditional enthusiasts, aiming for significant volume growth. This strategy manifested in models like the retro-styled S-Type, introduced in 1999, which shared its platform with the Lincoln LS, and the compact X-Type of 2001, controversially built upon a modified Ford Mondeo architecture. While these models did expand Jaguar's sales footprint and introduce new buyers to the brand, their platform-sharing origins and perceived dilution of the marque's exclusivity led to a decidedly mixed reception among purists and critics. The Ford-era Jaguars often grappled with an identity crisis, balancing their luxurious heritage against the economic imperatives of shared componentry, leaving many to question the authenticity of their premium positioning. The complexities of the Ford ownership, particularly the tension between heritage and mass-market strategy, ultimately culminated in a remarkable transaction. In 2008, amidst a global financial crisis that reshaped the automotive landscape, Ford divested Jaguar and Land Rover to Tata Motors, an Indian conglomerate. This acquisition, initially met with considerable skepticism across the industry, quickly proved to be a pivotal turning point, offering Jaguar the strategic freedom and dedicated investment it had long sought to redefine its identity. Under Tata's stewardship, Jaguar was granted a significant degree of operational independence, a stark contrast to the previous era of shared platforms and cost-driven commonality. The focus shifted decisively towards reclaiming its distinct engineering identity and design prowess. Such a renewed commitment manifested in a series of ambitious product developments meticulously crafted to re-establish the marque's premium standing and performance credentials. The launch of the F-Type in 2013 served as a powerful declaration, a spiritual successor to the iconic E-Type, showcasing breathtaking design and exhilarating performance capabilities. It acted as a clear signal that the brand was re-engaging with its sporting heritage and engineering excellence. Later, the I-Pace, introduced in 2018, marked an even more radical departure. This all-electric SUV seamlessly combined the company's characteristic elegance with cutting-edge battery technology and sophisticated electric powertrain engineering, demonstrating a deliberate and successful leap into the future of automotive propulsion. Building on this momentum, the manufacturer announced an audacious strategic pivot. By 2025, it would transform into an exclusively all-electric luxury brand. This decision represents a profound redefinition of its engineering philosophy and market positioning, abandoning internal combustion entirely to embrace a new era of sustainable luxury and high-performance electric vehicles. It remains a bold gamble, certainly, but one rooted in a clear vision to secure the firm's relevance and prestige in a rapidly evolving automotive landscape. Demonstrating an extraordinary resilience through various ownerships and market shifts, always striving to define the very future of luxury motoring. Jaguar's journey, from its earliest days to this audacious electric future, stands as a compelling testament to the relentless forces of change and the enduring power of reinvention within the automotive world. Through periods of financial peril, shifting ownership, and profound engineering dilemmas, the marque has consistently found a way to adapt and persist. Each era presented its own unique set of technical and market hurdles, forcing designers to push boundaries, often with mixed results, but always building a cumulative knowledge base. Now, as the internal combustion engine fades from its lineup, the fundamental question arises: What truly defines the essence of the brand in an all-electric, digitally integrated landscape? Its ambitious trajectory, while forward-looking, is undeniably informed by decades of striving for performance, luxury, and distinctive design, even when facing significant engineering constraints or market pressures. This enduring spirit, rather than any specific powertrain, may well be its ultimate legacy.